and good afternoon. We are here with our Monday afternoon show. We are having way too much fun
We
for a
are.
Monday. We are.
Today we're laughing and
we
we're
are
having
just
fun.
having a good time. It's like the extension of the weekend apparently for us on Monday. Okay, so I have, speaking of fun stuff to do.
Wait, thank Casey Security.
Okay, yeah. Thanks, Casey Security. I'm sorry, I'm really excited about this.
I know,
I'm
go.
so excited about this. Thank you to my sister for this, by the way.
Oh, good.
Yes, so this is actually from Calgary, I think. She travels all over North America working,
cool.
but I'm assuming it's Calgary. How many
It's up.
Timbits do you have to stand apart?
Well, Mike just ruined the
Well,
surprise.
yeah, thanks,
'cause he
Mike, for
toasted
putting it up on the screen.
It's 46, I'm going to guess.
Oh, wow. You're so good at guessing this. You should do those, like, jelly bean guessing things.
I
Like,
should.
You should. I mean, you got that 46 just like that.
I totally did. Now,
it was
guess-
like almost it magically appeared on the screen ahead of me asking the question
Well,
because
there goes
producer
our
Mike
big
apparently
surprise.
doesn't know how to do timing in the back end. Okay, I accept your apology, Mike.
And he's always in our ear.
I know, he's always in my ear. Yeah, always telling
Okay.
me
I
what
got-
to do.
I got one
Anyways,
for you.
thank you, Dan at Casey Securities, for your
Hi,
sponsorship.
Dan. Oh, by the way, Chris, Colette, we're here. I think you guys know the routine by now.
Yeah,
Okay,
if
so
they do. If they
Aaron
don't,
here, and our amazing graphic designer, did the math.
Yes.
And how many? No, Mike, do not. Oh, actually, he doesn't have
Mike,
an answer.
don't.
How many long johns apart do you need to be? Now,
Long johns are those things that are kind of like apple fritters.
have an
or no,
image.
like eclairs, right?
yes, we have an image. There it is. There's a long john.
I'm going to
Okay.
go with...
How many? How many?
16.
Oh my goodness! It's like I told you before we started.
Oh, wow. Got it right. Oh, Premier's here. He's with Lisa McLeod and Fidelity today, and
with a
Christine
bunch.
Elliott. So here we go.
Well, good afternoon. A week ago, I stood at this podium and announced our plan for stage 2 of reopening our province. On Friday, thousands of businesses were able to open their doors. Thousands of people were able to go back to work in 24 regions of our province. And just as we promised, we're providing another update. Today, we continue to report lower than 200 cases of COVID-19 here in Ontario. This is the lowest day-over-day increase we've seen since late March. And while our cases continue to trend downwards, our testing numbers are climbing. Here in Ontario, we've processed over 1 million tests since this of COVID-19 here in Ontario. This is the lowest day-over-day increase we've seen since late March. And while our cases continue to trend downwards, our testing numbers are climbing. Here in Ontario, we've processed over 1 million tests since the start of this outbreak. And I want to thank each and every one of you because it's your commitment, your dedication, and the progress we've made together as a province that has saved lives and sent more people back to work as we continue to reopen the economy. And over the weekend, our team crunched the numbers. Our Chief Medical Officer of Health and the command table reviewed the data and provided the recommendations. On their advice, I'm excited to announce today that as of this Friday, the following regions will be able to enter stage 2. Durham, Hamilton, York, Halton, Niagara, Haldimand, Norfolk, and Sarnia-Lambton County. This will mean more people going back to work at restaurants, bars, beauty salons, shopping malls, and many other businesses, big and small, in those regions. For the regions still remaining in stage 1, Toronto, Peel, and Windsor-Essex, we ask you, please be patient, because we can't let our guard down. But the good news is the public health trends across the province are going in the right direction. We're making steady progress. And if we keep working together, I'm hopeful that all communities in Ontario will be able to enter stage 2 very, very soon. We want to get more people back to work and back to their lives as quickly and as safely as possible. My friends, if we keep looking out for one another, if we have each other's backs, we'll rebuild what we've lost and more. Thank you, and God bless the people of Ontario. I'll now turn it over to Minister Elliott.
Thank you, Premier, and good afternoon, everyone. As we outlined a week ago, beginning this Friday, our government will allow more regions to ease restrictions and enter stage 2 of the reopening process. The reason we're able to do so is in no small part thanks to the considerable and ongoing efforts of all Ontarians to stop the spread of COVID-19. Your continued diligence with physical distancing, wearing face coverings when needed, and hand hygiene has helped to make today possible. Because of these efforts, and as the Premier just announced, 7 more regions will enter stage 2 on Friday, joining the 24 other regions that reopened last Friday. We are making progress in our fight against COVID-19. There's no question. Every day, a clear majority of public health units report fewer than 5 cases, with many of them reporting no new cases at all. Ontario's testing is at historic levels, with the province now having processed over 1 million tests. As a result, our positivity rate remains at all-time lows. At a local level, public health units continue to conduct rapid case and contact management to ensure we identify and isolate new cases to contain the spread of COVID-19. Together, we're moving another step forward and doing it in a way that maintains
and culture industries. We were hit first, hardest, and will take the longest to recover. Before COVID-19, these industries fueled a spectacular double bottom line, contributing more than $75 billion to the provincial economy and enriching our unique cultural identity. Now, they face the daunting task of overcoming a triple threat: the public health, economic, and social crisis brought on by this pandemic. That's why we were proud to immediately flow more than $200 million to support these critical sectors, in addition to these next steps. We're investing $13 million to encourage Ontarians to explore the beauty of their own backyard. We're launching virtual platforms like Ontario.live to help small businesses extend their online reach. And I'm embarking on a province-wide tour to showcase what I like to call the world in one province. By focusing our support through local marketing campaigns and staycations, we'll be ready to welcome the world back to Ontario when it is safe to do so. Until then, I'll be in Niagara Falls on Friday to celebrate its reopening, and will continue to work day and night to restore consumer confidence in our heritage sport, tourism, and culture industries. Thank you, and I'd like to now pass it over to Minister Phillips.
Thank you, Minister MacLeod, and thank you for your leadership in supporting those very important industries. Last Friday, 24 of our 34 public health units moved into stage 2. This Friday, as you've heard today, another 7 will take that important step. While our focus remains on safely reopening the rest of the province, the work of restarting a $700 billion plus economy is understandably complex. That, as we saw this weekend in the regions across Ontario that reopened, gave us confidence. We saw people acting responsibly towards each other by following public health advice. We saw businesses doing their part by taking the public health guidance seriously and by working together to build confidence amongst employees and customers. A great example is the Post promise, which calls on businesses to take 5 key actions to stop the spread of COVID-19. Over 100,000 companies are participating in this initiative to assure customers and staff they are doing their part to protect Canadians' health. I want to congratulate the Business Council of Canada, the Canadian Federation of Independent Business, the Retail Council of Canada, Restaurants Canada, and the other organizers of this important initiative. We know that if people know what they need to do to fight COVID-19, they will do it. So we'll continue our public service advertising to communicate guidance in a timely and clear way. I encourage employers to visit ontario.ca/COVID to access over 100 workplace safety guidance documents and helpful videos that we've made available. Need to do to fight COVID-19, they will do it. So we'll continue our public service advertising to communicate guidance in a timely and clear way. I encourage employers to visit ontario.ca/COVID to access over 100 workplace safety guidance documents and helpful videos that we've made available. Or they can call 444-3659 if they have questions. We all need to continue doing our part. Work is underway with the input of thousands of people across our province, planning for what is required to ensure a strong recovery here in Ontario. And now I'll hand it over to Minister Fedeli.
Good afternoon. This pandemic has certainly been like nothing we've experienced before, but so has the response from business owners, workers, and families. The response has truly been extraordinary. And thanks to those ongoing efforts, we will recover and ensure our economy emerges stronger than ever. Through the Ontario Together portal and the Ontario Together Fund, we have mobilized Ontario's manufacturing and innovation might. Thousands of businesses are developing Ontario-made solutions. Today, we are pleased to announce that we are investing through the Ontario Together Fund more than $526,000 into CSA Group testing and certification. With our government support, the Canadian Standards Association will add new capacity to test and certify medical-grade protective equipment, including masks, surgical gowns, and gloves. The project will ensure that critical products are tested, inspected, and certified right here in Ontario. This means we can be more self-sufficient as a province and better prepared for the future. Our entrepreneurs and innovators are the best of the best. They've stepped up with solutions to help us all at a critical time. With more regions entering stage 2, we will continue to prioritize.
Okay, we'll go to the phone line for questions.
I just want to add one comment. You know, philanthropy has always been so helpful when it comes to hospitals, when it comes to charitable organizations, and there's so many families that have given back. They've done very, very well in Ontario and in Canada, but they never forget their roots. And one family really stands out is the Rogers family. I've had a conversation with Edward Rogers and his entire...
Welcome back. Before the Premier spoke and several of his ministers, holy cow.
I think half the cabinet spoke today.
I mean, I know you increased the group size to 10,
Yeah.
but doesn't mean we have to listen to 10 minutes. No, I'm just
Well,
kidding.
there's so many of them that one actually has to stand off the screen for social distancing reasons.
See how you picked up on
Yeah.
that, Chris? Okay, so in case you missed it, the
Yeah.
question out there is how many Timbits apart do you need to stand to keep a social distance, and how many Long Johns do you need to stand? The answer, you guys are gonna have to go back to the show
Yeah.
to find out. Unless
Erica was wrong with 10.
she was.
Yes,
But thanks
but
for
she was
trying,
close.
Erica.
Thank you very much for playing.
It is 16 Long Johns.
No prize.
I know there is no prize. I was gonna
Yeah.
say we don't have a prize. How many Timbits?
Yeah.
46?
46. And so Erica thought that the Timbits were so cute and so Canadian.
Okay, but do the Timbits have to be touching, or is there spatial? Like, what is the spatial distance between each Timbit?
I'm not sure.
I'm just kidding.
My sister sent that to me
I'm
from somewhere, probably Alberta. That's kind of where
totally
she lives.
kidding.
Part
Well,
of the time.
thank you to your sister. Who? What's her name?
Mary.
Hi, Mary.
Yes.
really
Ironically,
nice.
she's also the COVID-19 pandemic person for her company.
Holy cow! You and your brother are kick-ass, aren't you? Okay. Local news quickly, because we have to throw to a commercial. We have got weather.
Mm-hmm.
Chris has got something from the station mall we'd like to share with you. But over to Arch. So,
Yes.
as you know, Arch is the hospice here in Sault Ste. Marie. I hate saying this, but I have to say it is a fantastic place. If you have to go to those distances and those measures, Arch is where you want to be. Beautiful people and a beautiful facility. Unfortunately, due to COVID-19, they have their budget has been stretched. They are now looking for $20,000 or $25,000 to make up for the deficit incurred so far in 2020. We're only 6 months in, and they're already $25,000 in deficit. So
Yes.
what they need is donation. And what they're saying is that each family in the Algoma district donates $2 per family. That could make it up. We have a website that we're going to share with you at the bottom of the screen momentarily. There we go, archhospice.ca/COVID-19 relief. This will be on our screen for the next, I don't know, for however long we want it to be. What do you think?
Yeah.
Until we reach that 25,000?
We might be
try.
sitting for a bit, but
Yeah.
yes, so you can donate through the website.
Yes, you can.
So you don't even have to physically go there. You don't have to worry about social distancing or
Yeah.
anything like that. You can just send the money through their website and not have to worry about going near a hospice, which obviously people are there to pass away, but you don't want to
You don't want
be
to
spreading
disturb the
stuff around
family either. But the additional costs incurred were due to gloves and any type of precautions, safety
masks.
precautions, food.
Yeah.
So let's help support our community, as I know the people in the Sioux are very strong with their community support. So let's help Arch out.
Yes.
And I think we got to throw to a commercial. Actually, no, we're going to do weather
We got
first.
some.
It's hot.
Yes, we got some weather.
Is it Miami hot?
No. Well, it depends. If you're talking February in Miami.
We are the hottest
Yes.
place in Ontario.
We will
okay?
be late. We
All right,
will
okay.
be later in the week. Not right now.
Okay, fine. Go do your weather. Do
So
your
right
weather.
now we're at 21, which is at least got a 2 in front of it. That's kind of nice.
It's a min. It's a min.
We could hit 23 this afternoon, and then we're going to go back down to 16. Tomorrow, though, we're going to pop up to 26, low of 16, and it's going to be sunny. Wednesday, once again, sunny, high of 29, low of 17, and that is 29 without the Humidex. With the Humidex, we will be up into the low 30s.
Oh, yes, 30. Bring it on.
Yes, I know.
Humidex.
Like it's almost a spring day in Miami.
Stop it, stop it. Okay, did you hear about this story in Toronto?
Which one?
Good point. I hate when you're right.
No, just there's
doesn't
probably more
happen
than one
often.
story going, but
I know,
which one?
yeah,
Is this the
right.
baby one?
Specifically, the man who dangled the baby.
Oh, yes, the guy that
for
thought he was
3
Michael
foot-
Jackson.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yes.
Cut it out. The distress, so like fire services, police services, everybody was called to this one, obviously.
Yes.
Apparently the man was in distress. Yeah, I'm thinking, yeah, you're in distress if you're dangling your child over a three levels up in a balcony. The child is safe, the man is in custody. Just wanted to make sure everybody knows that. But the most bizarre stories come across our desk.
Yeah. Unfortunately, these stories happen. Like
Yeah.
it'd be nice if we didn't have to do stories like this.
Absolutely. Well, we've
But
got more.
there's enough weird people that do stupid stuff out there
Absolutely.
to provide us with content. So thank you to those people. And
Absolutely.
we are going to commercial. We'll be back in just a moment.
See you soon.
Recently, the Government of Ontario established a $100 million affordability fund to help Ontarians who don't qualify for low-income conservation programs ease the burden of their electricity bill. Whether you rent or own your home, as long as you pay your electric bill, you could qualify. There are 3 levels of support available. The first is a home energy kit with upgrades like smart power bars and LED light bulbs. The second includes Energy Star appliances that help keep things cool during the hot summer months. The third is for electrically heated homes so that your power bills don't break the bank during those long Canadian winters. Plus, all upgrades, including installation, are completely free of charge. Visit affordabilityfund.org or call 1-855-494-FUND to find out if you qualify.
Welcome back. You're with Chris and Colette on Monday afternoon. Thank you, Casey Security, for your sponsorship. Do you know what happened 1 year ago on Saturday?
Yes.
Oh, man. Open-ended questions, Colette. What happened 1 year ago on Saturday?
I was on a plane,
Okay.
specifically from Miami to Toronto.
Yeah.
And the Raptors were in the Game 7.
They were.
And our plane just kept getting delayed and delayed. So we only saw the first half while we were waiting for...
Oh, you had a board?
Yes, we had the board. Luckily, we boarded during halftime.
Okay.
And then the Air Canada let everybody stream the game on the plane.
They did not.
They did.
I thought you weren't supposed to do that.
Well, they did. And
We the North.
they actually did photos, they did videos of us cheering, and then when they won, like the whole plane like erupted.
So there weren't too many Miami Heat fans on that
No, there
plane
was
then.
not many, and so it was very exciting.
Well, it was
I must say the
exciting.
least. It was almost like being there almost because
Yeah.
like you're in such a condensed space,
Yeah. Well, it was
and
a
it's
big
literally
deal.
like you're sandwiched together, just
love
like you're
those
at a
jerseys.
game. So
Yeah.
that was an amazing experience.
Absolutely.
Probably one I will be able to tell for the rest of my life. Hopefully the Raptors can win another one in my lifetime, but I mean, the Leafs haven't won anything since, I don't know.
Don't
the
even
60s.
go there. Oh, I knew he
So-
was going to say it.
And I'm not even sure they're going to win anything in my
Turn
lifetime.
his mic off. Turn
So-
his mic off. Okay, the next championship win in Toronto will be for my Leafs, and it's going to be an explosive party. Anyway, enough of your bashing of my Leafs. What's going on in Facebook?
All right. Yes, we got a bunch of highs. So,
A bunch of highs.
yes. So, hi to Erica, Tammy Lillian, also to Alex, who works here as well.
Hey,
he's,
hey, everybody.
well, he's not
Happy
working
Monday.
right in the office right now, but he's watching as well. So, hi to Alex as well.
Hey, everybody.
So, so we're going to talk a little bit about Algoma Public Health for a second here.
Oh,
we do
boy.
have a new case of COVID-19, as everyone knows.
Yes.
That's at Algoma Manor. It's a long-term care home. And it's a long-term care home, and it's one of the staff members, and he is in isolation. Now, this is something Algoma Public Health, and I like to point this out over and over again. I already did a special on them and their communication strategy of not being a communications department of what they do there. And what they do is they always bring out the information after all the journalists have gone home for the day, or they release it late on a Friday, which is another thing they love
Slick
to do.
move.
Yes. So what happens when you do that is that you don't get into traditional media. So for example, I don't want to promote other organizations in
That's
town.
okay. We're a community
but
here. We
We're a
can
community
promote
here.
our
So
friends.
Sioux Star, if you see their Saturday paper, yes, I subscribe to the competition. I need to know what's going on.
That's okay.
And this here is the Sioux Star. Nowhere does it have anything about that case because they released it so late in the day that the media, such as the Sioux Star, have already all gone home and doesn't make the paper. This is what Algoma Public Health does. They do this over and over and over again, where they specifically release information when they know the least amount of people will actually see that information. I don't understand the strategy since their job is to keep us protected and safe. But that's what they do. That's what the communication manager does there. So, yeah. Thanks for keeping us safe, Algoma. Speaking of keeping safe, I went to Station Mall and showed all the unsafe things going on there that should be enforced by the health inspectors at Algoma Public Health. Watch my show tonight at 7. You'll also see it repeat at 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. It's going to be very eye-opening on how, well, one mall in this town has an entrance and an exit like
Yes.
it's supposed to.
Yes.
Cambrian Mall. And then the other one, which ironically, the manager of the mall came up and talked to me.
Oh, I'm sure he was so pleased
and
to see your
and a
face.
security guard as well.
Wait, time.
Yeah.
I think you need to go out with a
Yeah,
security
so
guard. Dan,
and I need
we
my
need
own
to hire
security.
you.
Yeah. And so anyways, that was great. He seemed to have, like, I didn't actually interview him on it, but he seemed to be completely oblivious to what the actual rules were.
okay.
And we got all kinds of video of people breaking things that they're not supposed to, not physically breaking, but breaking the rules.
Guidelines.
That should be enforced by Station Mall themselves.
Okay.
To keep people safe. Simple things like, hand sanitizer when you walk in the door. The hand sanitizer at one door is actually hidden. I actually had to physically search for hand sanitizer. It was that hidden. So 7 p.m. tonight, Chris Holcorn Show, or 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. Watch that. I'm doing Algoma Public Health's job again for them. And we'll be right back after the break with more exciting stuff.
More news from me.
Yes.
What's life without making a few mistakes down the road? A few sharp turns. And doing things for what we adore, but might regret later. A trip to Chuck's Roadhouse isn't one of them. With melt-in-your-mouth AAA steaks, buttery lobster tail, half-priced apps after 9 p.m., an ice-cold draft with all your Roadhouse favorites. Chuck's Roadhouse. Food the way it ought to be, priced the way it used to.
A message from the Government of Canada.
In your home, lighting is just as important as style.
With PowerView Motorization from Hunter Douglas, you can schedule your shades to light up the room. Create privacy, or both, automatically. No hands required.
So your shades will always be in the right place at the right time in style. And it's only from Hunter Douglas.
And welcome back to Special Report. Thank you to KC Securities for your sponsorship. I'm Chris Holtkorn with Colette Linden. What do you got going on over there?
A lot.
Anything
Let's
exciting?
do a little trip around some provinces and around the world.
Sure.
But before we do that, we want to acknowledge Cambria at the Cambrian Mall, Hollywood Hairstyles. I saw, or Hollywood Salon. I saw this PSA, let's call it, on Instagram over the weekend from the owners, and we have that to share with you.
Hi everybody, we're back. I'm Flora.
And I'm Jerry Giordano, here from Hollywood Cambrian Mall. We recommend that everyone make an appointment, come down and see us, and wear a mask, please.
Stay safe.
See you soon.
I think that was awesome of the owners to do that.
I got some video of Hollywood at Station Mall.
And you're saying they were practicing social distancing, everything
Social
was great.
distancing inside and outside
The reason why we showed that is because we know that, you know, people probably are dying for haircuts and whatnot, and a lot of people do go to these salons. So I just thought that was smart marketing, smart business, way to go. Okay, where should we travel to first? Let's go to Quebec, shall we? On June 22nd.
Start our world tour in Quebec.
Yeah, okay. Well, not that far off.
No.
Quebec is allowing indoor public gatherings of up to 50 people now and reducing physical distancing requirements already. For children 16 and under, only need to be 1 meter apart because they started their schooling back in May. They opened it back up. They're saying people haven't got sick as much, which is not really true.
Which
I
is
got
not
some
true.
numbers
I mean,
here right
their
now.
very first report was 42 kids got sick, and they had to shut
100%,
down one
yes.
school because of an outbreak. So I don't know what their definition of success is.
Wait till you hear this. You're going to blow a gasket.
Oh, jeepers. What now?
The health director of public health says in some circumstances where people do not frequently circulate, because these places are open, Chris, are you ready? Movie theaters. Movie theaters are open. They only have to be 1.5 meters apart. How do we feel about that?
There's movies being released right now?
I don't know. They're just, I don't know. Maybe they've got some. Don't ask me questions. It's not on here. I don't know. Anyways, Quebec reported another 11 deaths attributed to COVID-19 for a total of 5,242, as well as 100 new cases.
Wow, that's up almost 200 in almost like the last week.
Absolutely. So,
That's a big increase.
Not too sure. Okay, now where do you want to go to? Let's go to the States for a little bit.
Sure.
Okay, so in the U.S., they've got some new hotspots. We have an image for you. We want to share that with you. Up 50% there. I heard Arizona is just a ridiculous hotspot at the moment. They actually are running out of hospital beds. And what do you think of that? What are your thoughts, Mister? On President Trump's birthday yesterday. Do you think he was happy seeing this?
Yeah, Arizona concerns me because of its closeness to the Mexican border.
Yes, you were saying that before. Yeah, you're right.
It's a very porous border there. They don't have much fencing or any kind of fencing up there.
Yeah, I've been.
And in particular in the south, there's, there's a lot of traffic that goes back and forth that's illegal, both like bringing in drugs, people, and all that in that area. It's one of the big hotspots. So that could be attributing to that, and it's also bad for Mexico with people going back and forth.
Okay, let me try one more hotspot.
Greek.
Greece. There we go. We're going to Greece. Mykonos, to be specific. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I'd love to go there one day. They are opening everything. Now, the reason why this is a story is because they just recently climbed out of a painful financial crisis. They want to have the tourism open. They're opening it up. So good luck, Greece, and good luck to you guys watching his show at 7 o'clock tonight. Watch me at 5 o'clock for your newscast. We will see you tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Have an awesome Monday evening.